Oh, excuse me. Hello, family and friends. This is Cynthia from Cynthia's Crafts and More. If you're new here, welcome. It's an honor to have you. Today I'm doing a reading from the Bible.com YouVersion, the Bible app, and I'm reading from the book of Leviticus. I will be reading chapters 10, 11, and 12. Leviticus chapter 10. The Lord kills Nadab and Abihu. Nadab and Abihu were sons of Aaron. They put hot material in the pots that used to burn incense. They threw incense over the hot material. They offered the incense to the Lord. This was a wrong thing to do. The Lord had not told them that they should do it, so it was wrong. The Lord was angry and sent fire to burn them. They died there in front of the Lord's altar. Then Moses said to Aaron, "This is what the Lord said. People may come near to me, but those people must see that I am holy. All the people must give honor to me." Aaron did not reply. Mishael and Elzaphan were sons of Aaron's father's brother Uziel. Moses said to them, "Carry Nadab and Abihu away from the altar. Take your cousins outside the camp." Nadab and Abihu were still wearing their robes. Mishael and Elzaphan carried Nadab and Abihu outside the camp. Moses had told them that they must do that. Moses said to Aaron and to his sons, "Comb your hair. Do not tear your clothes. If you do that, you will die, and the Lord will be angry with all the people." But Israel's people can show that they are sad. They are sad because the Lord had killed Nadab and Abihu with fire. If you go away from the door of the tent of meeting, you will die. You will die because the Lord's holy oil is on you. So Aaron and his sons did as Moses had said. The Lord then said to Aaron, "Do not drink wine before you go into the tent of meeting, and do not drink anything that contains alcohol. If you do, you will die. This is, excuse me, this rule is for you and for all your sons and grandsons. You must now know what is holy, and you must know what is not holy. You must know what you can use, and you must know what you must not use to worship me. You must teach Israel's people all the rules that I, the Lord, gave to them by Moses." Sorry, my nose is itching. Moses said to Aaron and to his two other sons, Eleazar and Ithamar, "The grain offering is most holy. Take the part that you did not burn in front of the Lord and make it into bread. Do not use yeast. Take it to the side of the altar and eat it. Eat it in a holy place. The Lord has said that it is part of the grain offering. It is for you and for your sons. You and your sons and daughters can eat the meat of the ribs that you held up to God, and all your family can eat the top part of the leg. Eat the meat in a place that is clean and ready for God's use. It is your part of the people's friendship offering. Bring the top of the leg and the meat of the ribs. Lift them up to the Lord. The Lord has given them to you and to your children. Lift them up with the fat parts of the burnt offering. He told you that you should do this. Moses offered the goat that was to atone for the people's sins. Moses was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, sons of Aaron. He was angry because they had burnt the goat. Moses said to them, "This gift was for the Lord. It was a very holy gift. It was to atone for the people's sins. Why did you not take it to the holy place to eat it? You did not bring the blood into the holy place. I told you that you must eat its meat in the tent of meeting." Aaron said to Moses, "My sons sacrificed their gifts to the Lord today, but very bad things have happened to me today. I would not have given the Lord any pleasure if I had eaten the sin offering today." When Moses heard this, he was not angry any longer. And this concludes Leviticus chapter 10. Leviticus chapter 11. The Lord gives rules about food to the people. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Some animals walk on the land. Tell Israel's people which of these animals they can eat. Each foot on the animal must have two separate parts. The animal must eat its food and then it must bring the food back into its mouth. And then it must eat the food again. Some animals eat their food twice and they have feet with two parts. You can eat those animals. Some animals have feet and have two separate parts, but they do not eat their food twice. Other animals eat their food twice, but their feet do not have two separate parts. You must not eat those animals. The camel eats its food twice, but its feet are not in two separate parts. The people must not eat the camel. The rock badger eats its food twice, but its feet are not in two separate parts. They must not eat the rock badger. The rabbit eats its food twice, but its feet are in two separate parts. They must not eat the rabbit. The pig's feet are in two parts, but when the pig eats its food, it does not bring the food back up into its mouth. It does not eat it twice. The people must not eat the pig. They must not teach the dead bodies of those animals. They must not touch the dead bodies of those animals. They must not eat their meat. They must not clear. They are not clean for you to eat. They can eat some animals that live in the sea or in the river. Those animals must have fins and scales on their bodies. They must not eat any other animals from the sea or the river. They must keep away from them. They must not touch the dead bodies of the animals from the sea or the river. Excuse me. Wet my whistle here real quick. Animals from the sea and river may have fins and scales on their bodies. Those are the ones that you can eat. Those without fins or scales are unclean. They must not eat some birds. They are not clean. They must not eat either the eagle or the vulture. They must not eat the buzzard or the kite. They must not eat the raven. They must not eat any owl, seagull, or hawk. They must not eat the cormorant. They must not eat the osprey. They must not eat the heron, the hoopoe, or the bat. The people must not eat them or touch their dead bodies. They are not clean. Some insects fly in the air and walk on the ground. The people must not eat them. Some insects can fly, and they have legs that can jump. They can eat those insects. They can eat any of these. They include the locust, the cricket, and the grasshopper. They must not eat any other flying insect that has legs. A person may touch the dead body of an animal that is not clean. If he does, that person is not clean either. They must keep him separate from other people until the evening. He must wash his clothes immediately. An animal might not have feet that are in two separate parts, but it is wrong to touch the dead body of this animal. Some animals do not bring food back into their mouths and eat it again. It is wrong to touch the dead bodies of these animals. Some animals walk on 4 feet. It is wrong to touch the dead body of an animal that has paws. A person who picks up the dead body with these animals must wash his clothes immediately. They must keep him separate from the people until evening. Some animals that walk on the ground are not clean. They must not touch a weasel, a rat, or a mouse. You must not touch any kind of lizard. A person might touch the dead body of one of those animals. If he does, he will not be clean. So they must keep him separate from people until evening. A dead animal may fall onto something that someone made from wood, cloth, or skin. That thing becomes unclean. A person must put it into water until the evening. Then it will be clean. A dead animal might fall into a pot. Then the pot and the things in it are not clean. The person must break the pot. The food or water from the pot is not clean. A person must not drink it or eat any of that food. Water from the pot may have touched some food. If it did, that food is not clean. You must not eat it. If a dead animal falls onto a cooking pot, then the pot is not clean. You must break the pot. If a dead animal falls into fresh water stream, the stream stays clean. The pot that a person uses to get fresh water from the stream is clean. If a dead animal falls into some seeds, they stay clean. A person might pour water on seeds. The dead animal might fall on the wet seeds. Then those seeds are not clean. An animal that is good for food might die. A man might touch its dead body. If he does, they must keep him separate from the people until the evening. If a person eats meat from the dead body of the dead animal, he must wash his clothes. He must not be clean until the evening. He will not be clean until the evening. If a person picks up the body of a dead animal, he must wash his clothes. He will not be clean until the evening. Excuse me. The people must not eat small animals that move across the ground. This means animals that pass across the ground on their stomachs. It also means animals that walk on 4 legs or many legs. The people must not touch them or eat them. God says, I am the Lord your God. I am holy. Make yourselves holy. Do not touch any small animal that moves across the ground. If you do, you will not be clean or holy. I am the Lord who brought you away from Egypt. I became your God, so be holy because I am holy. These rules are about animals, birds, and all animals that move in water or on the ground. The people must learn to know which animals are clean. They must recognize which animals they can eat, and they must recognize which animals they must not eat. And this concludes Leviticus chapter 11. Leviticus chapter 12. What a woman must do when she has a baby. The Lord said to Moses, say this to Israel's people. When a boy is born, his mother is not clean for 7 days. When she is bleeding each month, the rule is the same. She is not clean. 8 days after he is born, they must circumcise the boy. The woman must wait for 35 days after the boy is born. At all this time, she must not touch anything that is holy. She must not go to the tent of meeting. After this time, she will become clean again. After a girl is born, her mother will not be clean for 2 weeks. The rule is the same for each month. When she is bleeding, she will not be clean then. She must wait 66 days after a girl is born. Then she will become clean. When the days to wait are finished, the woman must come to the door of the tent of meeting. She must bring to the priest a sheep that is 1 year old for a burnt offering, and she must bring a bird for a sin offering. The bird must be a pigeon or a dove. These are gifts to God. The priest will offer the gifts to the Lord. Then the woman will become clean. These are the rules at the birth of a boy or of a girl. If a woman does not have money to buy a sheep, she can give 2 doves or pigeons. The priest will use one bird for a sin offering, and he will burn the other one. That is how he will make atonement for her. Then she will be clean. And this concludes Leviticus chapter 12. I hope you've enjoyed these readings and that you will come back tomorrow for more of the book of Leviticus. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. And may the Lord keep you safe, warm, dry, and healthy. Let's pray for peace and love. Until tomorrow, God bless. Love you guys.